I was the youngest guy ever to have his own network television show. I mean, of course, there've been some younger since, but you know, to get on TV and have your own show at that point in the mid-50s, late 50s, you know, you were considered an adult, an accomplished performer. I was really a newcomer. I'd had a couple of hit movies and a lot of hit records from 55. In fact, in 55, one incredible stat that I didn't know at the time, but have since learned, is that from March of 55 to February of 56, just before Elvis had his first big hit record, Heartbreak Hotel, I had 6 million-selling singles, 2 of them number ones, in 11 months. So it was an eruption, and then came Elvis on top of that, and we became friendly competitors, 2 boys from Tennessee, for years and years after that. So the TV people and my agents at that time, knowing that I had hosted TV shows in Fort Worth, actually, the way it really came about was that the agents from General Artists Corporation came to see me, said, how old are you? And I said, 21. You're going to be the youngest guy ever to have his own television show. Really? No kidding. He said, yeah, Perry Como, you've been on his show, his 15-minute show, three afternoons a week. Perry was on for 15 minutes. And he's leaving CBS. He's going to NBC. He's going to do an hour nighttime show. And CBS wants you to take over his 15-minute slot at 21. I said, well, that's great. I'd love to do it. Who's the sponsor? They said, oh, Chesterfield Cigarettes. I said, I don't smoke. Oh, you don't have to smoke, but they're the sponsor. I said, but wait a minute. If I'm going to be there, they're going to sponsor me. Am I not supposed to be trying to sell cigarettes and maybe to teenagers, my fans? No, you're thinking too much. Just, you know, even Perry doesn't smoke much, so, you know, forget about that. I said, guys, I can't. I cannot work for a cigarette sponsor. I'm sorry. They looked at my manager and said, this is insane. So they went away, came back a month or two later, another meeting. How old are you now? I said, 21. You're still going to be the youngest guy ever to have his own Really? I said, who's the sponsor? They said, Schlitz Beer. I said, guys, I can't. I can't sell beer to kids. And they, in effect, said to my manager, send this boy back to Tennessee. He's not for this business. And I thought maybe they were right. I was still going to be a school teacher. But another meeting occurred not too long after that. How old are you? I said, 21. They said, have you got anything against Chevrolet? I said, no, I'm driving one. I'm driving a Chevrolet. It's my first car. I love it. So I went to work for Chevrolet then for 3 years. But that is how it came to be that I hosted the Pat Boone Chevy Showroom, which at times was #1 in the Nielsen's. It was music and variety. We did sketches. We had a lot of music. But, you know, we had some great writers, comedy writers. Woody Allen was one of my writers. Now, he never mentions me in his resume, and I've chided him about that. But he was still in school, college at NYU, and doing stand-up down in Greenwich Village. And our head writer, Larry Gelbart, MASH, was the head writer on my show. And we had other great writers. And they knew about this guy that was, you know, making some noise down in Greenwich Village with his quirky sense of humor, and they had him as an intern writer on my show. And I remember standing in the hallway as Woody would say, you know, Pat, what you ought to do, here's an idea I have for a sketch, you ought to do this. And I would slide down the wall laughing and sit on the floor at the audacity of thinking about what he was proposing we do on the show, which appealed to me greatly. I would have done it. But I knew that the other writers and the director and producer weren't going to go for it. But we did some of his jokes. So he did actually, I did some Woody Allen jokes that originated in his fervid brain on my show. And then, of course, Larry Gelbart and other writers. So I was not hands-on, but we had excellent people doing the shows.